Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Grif.
I'm Baka.
Woo! It's always a little speed bump
Yeah.
when there's no oak. I'm like, do I say it now? Now? Yeah.
My turn? Yeah, go.
Is it me?
Yes,
Is
go.
it me? Yes, no? Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
What? Who?
Oak's still out of town. I'm sure we'll hear all about it next weekend, so you guys just have to sit tight and wait for the details, I guess. But we're here.
Not for the whole week, though.
Yay.
No, you don't have to sit tight for the whole week.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Like, buckle up.
Oh,
just be
God.
sad.
Oh, God.
You
I'm
know.
stuck in this chair for a whole week.
Hope you're sitting somewhere comfortable. You're stuck there now.
I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. So.
Me too. Yeah,
I mean, I got a mini fridge. I got drinks and some snacks and food. I'm good.
I've only got a
Hopefully
bottle of
everybody
water.
else is
I'm in
well
trouble.
prepared. Not me. Oh, well, that's not... There's like a... Well, that's not enough.
For a whole week?
There's a quarter bottle of whiskey that's within reach. It's not enough for the week.
No.
No.
If all I
mean,
can do is sit
if you
here.
take tiny little sips every once in a while, it's like this is my tiny little shot for the day.
My little thimble.
Yes. You gotta, put little marks down on it. This is all I have for the whole week. I'm gonna
Day 7.
die.
God, I'm glad Oak's back.
Anyway, I have a feeling that this is kind of how the show's going to go today. It's going to be scattered and weird. So,
Everybody likes scattered and weird.
what games have you guys been playing this week?
We played Dauntless yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a closed beta game, isn't it?
Yes, yes it is. It's
Reminds me a whole lot of the very first Monster Hunter game. I was about to say Monster Rancher, but no, that's not it. Monster Hunter, with the weaponry style, the how you go out and you have to constantly farm monsters and stuff over and over again. Except this one seems to be where it's like you go out and you hunt a specific big monster, and then you can just run around in the area and just gather normal resources and things like that. Whereas Monster Hunter, there are more varieties of creatures for you to hunt while you're out.
Ah. I've not played either Monster Hunter or Dauntless, so I'll take your word for it.
It's pretty good. I mean, that what was it? That last fight that we did? Oh my dear goodness!
Oh my god, that was a pain in the. I thought we were gonna die.
So did I. I mean, I like the game how it balances the threat level of your situation. If you have full material, full stock of all of your items and everyone's good health, the danger level is really low. But as you use your items and people start going down, the threat level starts increasing because you're running out of equipment. Then, I mean, eventually we were fighting it and the threat level was at 100. Some people were down, we had no potions left. Basically, you can't revive anybody. You gotta try and drive the monster off or kill it. And oh, good
Shoo,
lord.
monster, shoo! Everybody's dying. Leave me alone.
It was...
We're out of potions. This is no longer fair. You have claws.
Yeah, some crazy owl bear. Whew. It's a scary motherfucker. But it was
Let's
pretty
go fight
fun.
an owlbear in D&D, Chicken.
I think I'll pass on that. Not unless I can't get a group of 4 that I can go hunt it with.
I mean,
Well,
you
you'll
guys
have
got a
Ugg
pretty
with you.
big group right now.
Yeah, but if that thing is going to be as strong as the rest of us, it's going to claw Ugg and then just charge for me, and I'm like, fuck this shit. Out. Peace. I'm gone. Draw a circle real quick and just poof out of there.
See how
You're
loyal
gonna be
you are
like,
to the
what are you
group.
doing here? Owlbear.
Or I'll teleport it back to the Iron Lodge and let them deal
Oh,
with it.
yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Stalker,
Pops up
help!
and starts rampaging everywhere. It's like, oh my god, Stalker!
I can see him going toe to toe with it, grabbing it. It's like, oh, fun times.
Oh god. What else have you guys been doing this week?
South Park.
Oh yeah, you got South Park. I heard that you have already finished it.
I've almost 100% completed the game. I just have to finish going through the game a second time as a black kid on the hardest difficulty.
Is that part of an achievement?
Yes, that is part of an achievement.
Holy shit.
Yep.
You must have been serious business playing this one, or is it short?
It seems a little bit shorter than Stick of Truth, and some of the, where, Stick of Truth going through and getting, things like collecting all the Chimp Pokemon and certain things like that, you have to either pay super close attention when you're going through the first time, because there are certain points to where, you can't go through back through those areas to collect those items. This one, they're a lot more forgiving. If you miss something somewhere along the way, you can easily go back and collect it later. So, like, I went through and found, like, all 40 Tweak and Craig Yowie picks, and
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's the thing. And they're in some really odd poses, and it's just no.
I've seen a couple of them. I could live without that.
But part of the achievement, going through and collecting all of them. I think the hardest one I've had so far was defeating Morgan Freeman. The first time I tried to fight him, I got into a continuous, like, no one can do anything loop, so I had to restart it.
How do you end up in that kind of loop?
Okay, Kenny's character Mysterion has an ability. When he dies in combat, he comes back as a ghost. He can't damage anyone or hurt them, but he's still there. No one can hurt him because, well, he's a ghost. But he has abilities to where it's like, okay, I can, CC and freeze and confuse and things like that. They don't ever do any damage, but Morgan Freeman's immune to all that shit.
So let me guess, Kenny and Morgan Freeman were the only two left.
No. Craig was up, but the issue is Morgan Freeman kept using his voice to charm Craig. So
Okay.
Craig could not hurt Kenny. Kenny couldn't hurt Morgan Freeman. And it was just a continuous loop. But like every few turns, he would recharm Craig again. It's like, oh look, Craig's out of charm. No, he's not.
Like, no.
So it was just a continuous loop. And then eventually, when I built up my super for Kenny, he can come back to life. And as soon as I came back to life, Morgan Freeman one-shot him. And it started all over again.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. That's an interesting dilemma to be stuck in.
Yeah,
And
I
have
was
to
like, this
restart
is
a
not...
fight for.
I can't use items or anything. Like, I was like, well, maybe I can use an item and get Craig out of charm. Nope, I can't use items as Kenny is a ghost.
You should have let your other character die.
Well, I wasn't really intending for that to happen. He one-shot them, too.
Oh.
He's got an ability where he can basically one-shot most of my team. And
That
I just had him
sucks.
in a really bad positioning for it.
Oh, wow. So did you manage to finish that fight after resetting?
Yeah. I
Okay.
took Kenny out of the equation so we didn't have that continuous loop.
So if
And I
everybody
got,
died, you just died.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's... But I switched him out for someone else who is more tanky and can dish out damage too, so...
Look at you being all strategical. Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
And there is something interesting if you play a black character in the game. Morgan Freeman will actually give you a hand, like he'll give you an item in the game. It's a pick, or a hair pick.
Oh my god.
Ha!
Oh my
It's like
god.
he's like he just sit on Coonstagram is what they call it. He sends you a little message and he's like, "Hey, come by my store. I got something for you." And it's a hair
He has
pick of
a
his.
store. Wow.
I was like, "Wow, that's kind of messed up."
That's pretty racist, man. What do we expect
Well, I
any
mean,
less
that's
from
what the
South
whole
Park?
I was about to say that's kind of whole focus of this game. It's making fun of social justice warriors and racism and
Oh god.
yeah.
Gotta laugh at it, I guess.
I mean, they
What
use
else?
there's a Cthulhu boss that they're sacrificing black people to in the
Wow.
game. Like all the cops, that's the whole reason why they're arresting them is so they can sacrifice them to this Cthulhu god.
That's okay then. South
Yeah.
Park, you do you, man. So, what else have you
That's
guys
South
been
Park.
playing? Now that I feel incredibly awkward.
Hey, it's South Park. What do you expect?
Nothing less, actually, nothing less.
Exactly. Oh.
Well,
So?
my sister finished Uncharted 4.
And she loved it.
Yes, she loved it. She didn't want it to be over. Apparently, we're very similar in that when we know the end of the game is coming up, we're like, what else can we do to prolong this? Please don't be over.
Go find all the treasure.
But she finished that. She really enjoyed the whole series. She's a little sad that there is no more Nathan Drake. But I told her we might try Lost Legacy because I think I will enjoy Lost Legacy regardless. But she didn't care for Chloe or Nadine. I mean, I didn't really want to be bestie with either one of them, but I think I could enjoy their game. I just don't know if she would like it as much.
Could always
But she's
try it.
decided that she likes story-heavy games, like really deep story games, which she's played some before, but she's finally gotten to the point where she's not incredibly focused on the gameplay. She can also pay attention to what is actually happening in the game, which is nice. So I let her start Final Fantasy 15 last night.
See, you find a series that she likes. Oh, she likes story-heavy games, and she likes to focus on the story. And then you put her into that game, which is going to beat the hell out of her with the feels bat, and she's never going to want to play another story-driven game again.
Well, she probably won't ever want to play another Final Fantasy game again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I already told her that she was going to cry and stuff, and she's like, oh, great. I was like, no, it's fine. I'll be here with you. We'll both cry. It'll be great.
I'm going to go in there with my little phone and video card and go,
No.
Just like kick a tub of ice cream over to them when you do that. So,
that game is too rough.
Well, she started that, so, and she was enjoying it. She didn't want to have to leave, but unfortunately, she has to be at work at 6 a.m. on Sundays. So, she's like, but can we do this? I was like, no, you cannot do this one more thing, because that one more thing is going to be like 45 minutes.
Yep.
And then the next one more thing is going to be like 3 hours, and you're going to be like, oh my god, why did I just not quit?
She's, like, over the course of playing Uncharted, she realized that that's why, like, gamers have that stigma of, like, oh, they're always tired because they stay up too late playing games. And she's always like, I just thought, it's just because you didn't have the willpower, but it turns out that there's good reason. And I was like, I know. Believe me. I know.
Yep.
I've been
So
there.
what did she think? We were just like gambling addicts or something that couldn't quit?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, like,
It's like one of those things
when
like,
she
why don't
first
you just
started
stop playing?
yeah.
Just put the controller down. It's not that simple.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work like that. You go, oh yeah, I'm just going to
You
do
want
this.
fix, man.
She now understands, like, having to, like, struggle bus your way through something if you're tired so that you can get to the save point, because you can't just stop, because then you'll have to do all of that stuff over again, and then you just really don't want to because you've come so far.
I've
Things
been
like
in
that.
games though where I was so tired and I couldn't make it to the next checkpoint, and I just said, fuck it, I'll do it all again tomorrow, and just shut the damn thing off, because you're like trying to get to it and it's taking too long and you're frustrated and you're just like, fuck this game, I quit and I'll do it tomorrow. Then you come back tomorrow
I
and do
usually
it
just
instantly.
keep pushing forward, but I usually end up missing a lot of stuff along the way when I do that. It's like, I'm not doing that shit again, no.
And then you do it 2 weeks later. Like, damn it. Didn't I
Yeah,
say
and
last
like
time?
one try, when it's taking you like 4 hours to do it the other time.
Mm-hmm.
Just like-
Well, we've got a long way to go with
Yes.
Final Fantasy, so I imagine we'll be talking about that for the next few weeks. And as far as what I've been doing, like, literally nothing. I've played some Fallout in my free time, and that's it.
No, we played Overwatch.
Yeah, we played a night of Overwatch, and I got a really, really, really ridiculous team
Oh
kill
my
with
God.
Junkrat. I gotta upload that to my YouTube.
Oh
I gotta
my
find where it
God.
saved the file.
That was so good.
That was so lucky is what it was. It just so happened that everybody was out of position. I thought I was gonna die. It was a clutch thing, and
Rip tire boom team
it is
kill.
the only reason that we got to move past that point in the game.
It's the only reason we won. That, and then the triple kill that followed while they were turtling underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Those two plays specifically are the reason why we won.
Oh god, I'll put that on my YouTube. My team kill when I can figure out. I don't know where it saved it. Like, it told me, and then I went to go look for that file extension, and I can't find it. So, Chicken and I will get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
We will find that game.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's like, it's a Junkrat kill. Nobody's gonna be impressed. It wasn't terribly impressive, but it was super clutch, okay?
God,
It
all
was
you did
super
was use
clutch.
Alt.
It was super clutch.
No skill, you just used Alt. God.
Yeah, to be fair, sometimes those ones are just luck.
Right?
I mean, you could say McCree's just luck too. I mean, if you use it at the right time, you still have to, just wait till the circle fills up, pop, 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 assuming nobody shoots you.
A lot of the ults are, you could say that about, but sometimes it really is like, the stars aligned, and this happened in the proper way, and bam,
Exactly.
it's magic.
Exactly.
So,
Oh.
I got later on in the evening, somebody was like, Junkrat kills don't take any skill, and like, I will just come through this right now and punch you in the face.
Well, to be fair, sometimes they don't.
That's true, but at the same time, you can't be. It's basically somebody was being salty because they got killed by a Junkrat tire. It's like, don't be mad. It happens. That's what those are for. You know that, right?
Salt.
Ultimates are made to kill people. Well, that's not
take
true.
like
I
6
guess
ultimates. God.
I guess there are a couple of ultimates that are made to keep you alive, like Lucio's ult, not intended to kill folks.
Zenyatta's.
So.
Well, I mean, unless they like redo his ult to where like it pushes enemy players away, and then if you get to places like around where the well is, it's like boom, everyone goes off.
Well, you could just do that with his little gun.
Yeah, I know, but like an AoE version of it where it just knocks all the
People
enemy
be
players.
so mad about that.
Like, let's break it down the well.
Let's break it down the well.
You get out of here with that. I'll be laughing about that for the rest of the day, and it's just dumb.
Yeah,
oh God. I will. I'll probably say it at like 8 o'clock tonight.
Let's break
Still
it down the
giggle.
well.
You guys want to talk about some news? Shut up! Don't judge me.
I didn't even say what I was playing this week.
Oh, what are you playing?
I've been
I would
streaming
skip
all
you.
week. So if you have not seen the stream, come check out the stream. I played Dark Souls 3. Started again.
Because you hate yourself.
No. Alright. The first little optional boss, I died like 8 times when I first played it. I killed him on my first try.
Were you salty? Like about your previous performance?
No, it just shows like how fast I can adapt. Like, and the most ridiculous thing, and people who play Dark Souls will totally get me when I say this, is sometimes killing normal enemies feels so much better than killing bosses. Like those little bastards running around are like, I don't care about the boss. You're fine. I handled you. No big deal. You know, special fight. But this guy up here with the fucking spears stabbing me. If I can kill him, I'll feel like the fucking world's free and shit.
Or the guy that kept killing you over and over and over again.
Yeah, like you make it to one place and you're just like, oh God, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And he whoops your ass and you gotta go back. It's like I didn't even get to the boss. God damn it.
Why is he not the boss? He's harder.
I know. Oh, like, and the minions are so fucking aggressive sometimes. Like if they see an opening, they will just go at you. Like if you stutter at all, they will go at you. Which I'll be streaming some more Dark Souls when we're done. So.
Yeah, twitch.tv/EliteChicken313, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody go there. It'll be hosted through the Infinite Respawn channel, but we've started doing a lot of stuff on our regular channel, our personal channels too, so.
Yep. So, and play a little PUBG, little Heroes, some Overwatch, all that stuff. Hearthstone. The new Hearthstone.
Did you
played
stream
Hearthstone
Hearthstone?
No, I haven't streamed Hearthstone. But
Oh, okay.
they've got they give you 2 free tickets to play the arena. It's normally 150 gold or $1, $1.99. Most people just play with gold. But they let you pick a hero, and then they let you pick a different hero's hero power, and then they let you build a deck from the 2 different heroes that you pick. Because normally it's you pick a hero, and then you build a deck with that hero's cards. So this one's all scattered and whatnot. It's really interesting. It's the arena. It's basically everybody gets to be on even ground. It's draft mode. It's kind of like Minion Masters has a draft mode where you can pick a hero and then draft cards from what you get, and then you get to play with that deck. So you try to build a deck based on your choices and options and things like that. It's interesting because it's fun to play. You never know what you're going to get. You could end up with a really fucking good deck, or you can end up with a shit deck.
I'm in draft mode, Magic the Gathering, where it's like everyone opens booster packs and just picks things from there.
That is exactly what it is. So
I hate that mode.
it's fun. I like it.
It's unpredictable. Baka doesn't like it when he doesn't know the odds.
Yeah, it's gambling.
I like knowing the odds, damn it.
Yet, loot boxes or thing. What else you been doing, Chicken? You
That's probably about it.
want to talk about some news then?
I guess we could talk about some news then.
What kind of stuff you want to talk about? You want to talk about the Blizzard stuff since you're talking about that?
I want to talk about the Resident Evil thing.
Of course he does. Yeah, let him get Resident Evil out of the way.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
watched the 12-minute video. It was pretty fucking good, and I'm super sad that
12-minute video of what?
the TV show. It's called Arkley.
Can TV show.
Yeah, the Can TV show. It's called Arkley, but it's the whole thing has got a very Resident Evil-esque feel to it, mystery kind of thing, and at the very end, like, there's a zombie, so you definitely know there's Resident Evil in there, and the characters look okay. But I wanted to see more. Netflix, please, can you help bro out?
Probably not.
Netflix. I think we need a
please.
I think we need a show like that. I mean, we have Walking Dead, but that's the same.
Do you think that they decided not to do it because it wasn't similar enough to the movieverse, which is what people would know from that side of it? I mean, because we've got that big Mila Jovovich movieverse version, and then you've got the actual games themselves, and then where does this TV show fit? Does it lean more towards the games or more towards the movieverse?
Probably more towards the games. I mean, it's called Arkley, the Arkley Mountains. I don't even think there was. Maybe there was.
I mean, we don't really know the region around in the movieverse. It's like Raccoon City, and of course there's the mansion off somewhere that they
Yeah,
they just kind of hop all over the world and go action adventure. Let's go.
Yeah, because I don't remember the mansion in the movies.
The mansion's in the very first movie.
Yeah.
It's not exactly laid out or anything weird like that. It's kind of like they
Picked
took
a mansion
elements.
and went.
Well, they took like the basic concept of the mansion, and then they added in that underground facility from like Resident Evil 2.
And just stuck it underneath there.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, let's just sandwich these things together. Movie!
Meh. Meh.
Well, I'm sorry that your Resident Evil show got canned before it ever came out. That sucks.
Yeah.
You can see how sad he is about it. Look at his sad face. Look at that. That's a sad face. If you were listening to this via Podbean or iTunes or whatevs, just imagine the saddest chicken face you can, because that's what's happening.
Oh my God.
Single tear running down his cheek.
Get out of here. Oh God, talk about something happier so you don't have to look so damn sad anymore.
Let's see.
The Switch is getting GameCube controller support, or actually has gotten it.
Yes, it was
what
secret.
has Switch?
Yeah, it was like a secret update.
Stealth updates.
The little adapter that you could use for the Wii U to plug a GameCube controller in for like Smash Bros. And things like that will actually work for the Switch.
Yep.
There are some issues with it though. The fact that it only has like one Z button. And then some people, I think, were experiencing some issues with the L and R triggers on certain games.
But do you really need that if you've got the Pro controller?
It is more of a preference. Like, yes. I mean, the Wii U still had the Pro controller, but especially when it comes to like Smash Brothers, a lot of people really, really prefer the GameCube controller.
I prefer it for Mario Kart.
It's also the same principle as if SSX came out for the Switch. You would have your GameCube controller, which you know so well and so adapted to it that you could just
we please have
plug
that
it
happen?
in,
come on, Nintendo.
boom, go. So
Nintendo, please. Remaster SSX Trekkie. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I bet it would sell pretty well.
Or just do like something similar to it and then throw all your Nintendo characters in it, like Mario, Bowser.
No, I need Simon Stark. Need him.
Well,
he has life for me. Shut up.
Instead of like him, they added in like Link and then Samus from the Metroid games. Actually, that would be really cool to see or Samus from Metroid go down to snowboarding and like go into the little ball.
Oh, that's cheating though. That's cheating. That's because she doesn't wipe out. She just turns into a ball.
Exactly, and just keeps going.
No, that's cheating. It's cheating, man. Well, that's cool that they stealth launched that.
It came in the 4.0 update with everything else that they did. They just didn't announce that part of it.
Or if she really wanted to cheat, she could use her little arm cannon and blast people out of the sky.
You need to
Backhand
stop.
It's like,
people.
look, you're doing tricks. Boom!
See, this is why you can't design things. Because that is so one-sided and unfair. You just want your character to win. Anyway,
Oh.
whilst Nintendo is sneaking in peripherals, Microsoft is stamping out peripherals. The Kinect is officially dead. Surprising exactly nobody.
No, it's probably surprising exactly 3 people. Just taking a guess.
None of them are us.
Nope.
To be fair, looking at the comment section on the Eurogamer article, people are like, "Oh well, you know, it was ahead of its time," and this. It's like nobody liked it when it came out. Who are you people, and where were you when the Kinect
That was not ahead of
needed
its
support?
time. That was, I mean...
Well, the ahead of its time is they said that it was basically on the market in a working version of all of the voice assistant stuff.
That is exactly what I was about to say, too. Because, I mean, it's the same principle.
The only downside is it wasn't sensitive enough.
Yes.
Like I said, I would be playing, and you can watch some of my Let's Plays when I still had the Kinect hooked up. I think Saints Row 4 did it, because I had it hooked up then. Some of the Fallout stuff. I would say things like, sucks. And it would pause my game because it thought I was saying Xbox. It just wasn't quite sensitive enough, or it wouldn't listen to me at all, but Chicken could walk in the room and be like, Xbox, do this thing, and it's like, okay. Like, you son of a bitch! What the fuck?
I mean, the voice-activated thing is really nice. Like, I mean, if I could have my computer all hooked up, and basically everything all hooked up via voice activation, I could just get up in the morning and say, hey, computer turn on. Computer turns on automatically. Load up OBS, things like that. Like, have your whole computer ready. I do not have Cortana turned on, so she does not listen to me. Which I'm pretty sure you can do things like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how sensitive she is. I have not used her ever.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
it's
her either.
Microsoft as well, so maybe it's something very similar. It just I didn't have much love for the Kinect because I had more problems with it than anything else. It misidentifying words or hearing words and activating at times that I was not using any commands. Things like that. I had issues with it, but I really am surprised that the comment section was so positive about the Kinect because it got so much hate. Like, everybody got mad that it got bundled with the Xbox.
Yeah, let's say it got a lot of hate because it was forced bundled.
Yeah, which I think was stupid, but I can see why Microsoft was trying to do it, because they were basically trying to be like, this is a thing that you all are probably going to want. I'm going to wrap it with this. It's going to be, you know, a bundle price, but I don't know. I just really don't. I did not expect people to be positive about it at all. I expected the comment section to be like, yeah, fucking finally. Nobody likes that thing anyway. Nobody ever uses it. It was stupid. Nope. Okay, then. Okay, everybody.
They messed up one of my favorite game series. Well, that was the 360 version of it. I guess the Xbox One version didn't have the issues. What was it? The Steel Battalion, when they try to remake it for the 360. Like, the controls, like the motion controls on it were so bad it was unplayable. It's like, oh, look, the inside of my mech is on fire. Let me go hit the button to put that out. No, not open. No, stop. Like, your hands all flailing around all over the place trying to hit the button to put out the fire.
It's like Surgeon Sim. Oh, God, stop the hand. Oh, no.
See, I've seen, because I like to watch paranormal stuff every now and then. I've seen paranormal investigators be like, the Kinect is great for identifying when ghosts are in the room because it'll show you the outline. And I'm like, do you know how shitty the Kinect is to start with? That's not a ghost. That's the Kinect not knowing where you're at. What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw videos of that and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, like, this little outline of the dude. He's just sitting on the couch. It's like, yeah, but your other dude was sitting there like 5 minutes ago. It's just lagging.
Yes. I would not trust the Kinect for scientific research, if that's what you want to call it.
Scientific research. I just hope that this does not scare away innovation, because I know they were trying something. Maybe they tried a little too hard. But
well, I mean, we haven't heard anything from HoloLens in a long time either. It's one of those things where it's like, you try tech out, and sometimes its applications aren't, like, the rest of the technology isn't to the point that you need it to be in order for that piece of technology to do anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but hopefully they don't get scared with the HoloLens.
I don't think they will.
And be like, maybe we shouldn't do this. I mean, you know, Nintendo, they're just like, oh, this failed? All right, let's try something else. Whatever. We'll just keep throwing shit at the wall.
We'll wait till technology's better.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, Nintendo is not afraid to get, like, just try whatever the fuck they can.
Wow. I don't think that it's going to scare anybody off from trying to innovate. I just think that maybe it's one of those things that they learned not to force bundles on people with Microsoft. Because that might have been part of what hindered it.
Support it heavily.
Well, there wasn't enough for it to do at the time aside from the voice commands, which was nice. I'll give you that. When it worked and I could say Xbox on, Xbox play, whatever, it was great. But the amount of times that it wouldn't acknowledge me saying anything, it just made it useless to me. Or the amount of times it would acknowledge me saying something at the wrong time because I didn't say that is so frustrating to be playing a game and have it pause because Xbox thinks you're talking to it all of a sudden.
Maybe it's just lonely.
Probably. Not with as much as she plays the Xbox.
I was about to say, not as much time as I spend with it. It is not lonely. Trust me.
Oh, the other thing that you started playing this week. Grif? On the Switch?
She doesn't know.
Oh, yeah, I took the Switch to work and played on Friday because it was a super slow day. And I liked Rabbids on the Switch, but I enjoy my immersion too much, and I couldn't immerse with Zelda on the tiny screen. Like, I did not even get that far. Basically, Link woke up, and I had him run around outside. He met some dude and talked to him for a second, learned about apples, baked apples, and went to a church area. And that's as far. I was like, I can't do this. I really want to immerse in this world, and this is not allowing me to. So, I'm weird. But I did enjoy Rabbids.
We should get a second dock so that we can just basically, if you want to play it, you just pop it in, play it in there, and you can take the Pro Controller. I think that would be a good idea.
For it, though. I got halfway through the whole first stage of Rabbids.
You got a little less than halfway. The Piranha Plant boss is midway.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't made it quite there yet, but that was a lot more fun for me on the Switch. Then again, I've never been, like, outside of original Game Boy when I was a kid, and even then it was, like, years after original Game Boy was cool. But that's the last time that I've had, like, a truly awesome, yay, I'm excited about having this handheld and gaming on the go kind of thing. Other than that, I like my big giant screens because it's easier for me to immerse, and I am a very immersive player. So I also, as you can see, wear glasses, and so sometimes if it's a small screen, it's harder for me to, like, it's not necessarily that it's harder for me to see, it's just that I miss a lot of the detail because it's so much smaller.
Now I just have this weird mental image in my head of Brick walking around with the brick while everyone else has, like, the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Advance.
That was it, though. Like, everybody else, I think it was Game Boy Advance.
We could get you, like, those magnifying glasses, like, it's just some big old binocular glasses so that you could be like...
Don't talk to me.
I have binoculars out in the shed.
Don't talk to me.
We'll just
and they
tape
have a
them
strap,
to her...
too. Yeah, well, they have a strap so we can just, like, tie it around her head.
Oh, hell yeah.
I hate you guys so much. I hate you.
She can see all the little details. Look at that apple. It's so amazing.
You may have to help her adjust for a little bit, Chicken, because she may walk into things.
Well, I was thinking, as far as, like, other tech stuff goes in immersion, I was playing Fallout the other day and thinking, you know, this in VR would be so amazing, which I know they either have or are working on. I can't remember if it's already out or not. But I don't have a VR headset, which is why I haven't kept up with it. But
well, our PCs aren't VR ready either. Mine will be soon. God. Mine will be soon.
If we ever get to the point that we are just rich enough to frivolously spend money on things like that, then yeah, I'm going to get a VR headset just so that I can rebuy Fallout 4. Again, that would be 3 copies.
Fallout 4 VR is coming out December 12th this year.
To be fair, I didn't buy my PC version. Thanks, Funky. Still, for that. For my, like, 400 hours in this game.
Hey, a lot of my games are not bought by me either.
Well, remember, Spunky bought it for me because you were streaming our copy of the Xbox One game, and I couldn't play it while you were streaming, and he's like, no, you shouldn't be deprived of this amazing experience. Let me just go get it. So, thanks, Spunks.
Money well spent.
Yeah. I will cherish it forever and ever and ever, and thank you for my addiction. And now I have mods. So.
Mods are the greatest thing given to
Mods are
PC gamers.
What else do you guys want to talk about in the news?
This game is pretty. Let's make it prettier.
Right? Exactly.
The Blizzard thing. Blizzard lets you give everything to your friends. You can now gift everything and anything.
Well, most things. Like, Hearthstone cards, or Overwatch loot boxes, or World of Warcraft mounts and pets, and things like that. BlizzCon virtual tickets.
And you'll probably be able to gift Destiny 2 Destiny 2 Silver soon.
Probably.
And I'm pretty sure you can already gift games and everything like that too. Like, I mean, you can basically anything you could buy, you could give to somebody else.
I will gift you all Hearthstone because it's free.
Yes.
Or Heroes of the Storm. But yeah, like, now they've got the gifting thing, which is nice. It's just in time for the holidays too. I don't know what to get my friend, or they live so far away I don't want to ship things. Here's some loot boxes.
Pretty much.
Here's some Hearthstone cards, or
I don't like gambling. Well, it's my money. Here's some loot boxes.
As long as I don't have to pay it back.
here's $5. Go put it in the machine.
Pretty much, yeah. Steam also has started to let you buy digital gift cards, so you can do that as well. Everybody's like, hey, holidays are coming up. How can we make more money? Oh, yeah, let everybody do gift cards and gifting. Yay!
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes to give everybody else stuff.
I just want you to give me stuff.
I give you stuff enough.
Hey, whose PC is getting upgraded right now? Let's not talk about that.
Mine.
Right.
Don't worry, I'll let you play VR on it.
Fallout.
No.
Clear everything out of the... No, here's what's going to happen when I get to play Fallout VR. I'm going to break a limb because one of the cats will be underneath me. Like, just randomly. Just because they know that it's going to fuck with me. Fucking cats.
That's why you need to get, like, that little stationary thing you can walk in.
The little treadmill thingy, the Omni... something. It's Omni something.
Omni-Track or something.
Yeah, it's actually a lot cheaper than people think. I mean, it's like $400 for that big old fucking machine.
If we had frivolous money, I'd have one. And Fallout. And you would never see me again. Griff, it's time to go to work. No, it's not. I'm in the Commonwealth. Leave me alone.
Grif, it's time to eat. Just stick it in my mouth and go away.
Don't worry, I'm eating all this stuff in Fallout.
Fancy snack cakes. I'm good. That's not real, Griff.
Or
yes,
she's just going to have, like, a bag, like, around her neck, and then she's just going to have, like, protein and energy shakes or whatever else, and she's just going to, like, drink it through a straw while she's playing the whole time. That'll be her meal.
Oh, man. That'd be so fun. You'd never see me again. Okay. Well, as far as other stuff in the news, the big topic this week has been, is the single-player AAA game dead? Basically, this follows largely because EA just closed Visceral, which was going to do a single-player Star Wars, and it sounds more like they wanted something that was going to be open-world multiplayer, maybe, or something like that. Granted, there's also been reports that have said it was kind of a mercy killing because that project was not getting off the ground the way that it needed to anyway with the Star Wars stuff. But even then, Microsoft's like, hey, you know what? You can fund big-budget single-player games by doing things like our subscription to Xbox Game Pass and stuff like that. And other companies have done something similar where it's like, here's an external revenue source for us to continue to make games and things. And where do we stand on this? Are AAA games only going to be multiplayer from here on out?
No. We had the same issue years ago, like this comment said. When Titanfall and Battlefront launched, there was no campaign, or the issue with Call of Duty, how the campaign always suffers. There are games that are gonna be campaignless, and that's fine. But there are companies who only do single-player stories.
Yeah, but that used to be the case, and now it's not. Let's look at BioWare specifically. BioWare used to be straight-up single-player, big-story games. And then with Mass Effect 3, they started doing multiplayer aspects to it, and they put loot cards in. That's actually one of the other articles where people spend just bukudols of money on their card side of that multiplayer system, and then EA said, we can make money like this. So even Dragon Age Inquisition, because of Mass Effect 3 and the success with that, had a multiplayer facet to it, which I have never touched because I don't understand why that game needs to be multiplayer.
Okay,
and then we're getting Anthem, which is just a multiplayer.
That begs the question, does the single player in those games suffer because of the multiplayer? And the answer to that is no. The single player is perfectly
Some of
fine.
them do.
I think
games
that
like Call of Duty,
those,
yes.
With those two, like Inquisition and Mass Effect 3, that's fine. No, the single player stuff didn't suffer for it. But then when EA started wanting more and more things that they could basically have players spend more time in game, thus spend more money in game with Andromeda. Andromeda suffered for it, obviously.
Okay, Andromeda suffered because it was just terrible.
But Andromeda suffered a lot because EA made a lot of demands that game was not meant to meet to start
that
with.
was EA's fault, not the game itself. EA, the same problem with Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. That game suffered so bad because of the company.
Because companies want to take single-player experiences and make more money off of them because the multiplayer experience makes that money itself. So now they're trying to force that monetization on the single player.
Yeah, like Shadow of War. I mean, companies are going to do it regardless, and that's why I always say loot boxes are bad. Like,
even beyond loot boxes, with Deus Ex, it was dividing it up into carved out chunks because they wanted to make subsequent games to sell more copies, but they left the first game feeling, or not the first, would be the second with Adam Jensen, but it felt incomplete because they took stuff out of it to sell it back to you later.
Yep.
I mean, the same thing with the first Destiny. They took stuff out of it to sell it back to you later.
But that's just unfortunately how the economics and the shareholders and everybody wants a bigger payback. They want less risk, and they want more money.
But less risk is multiplayer.
Exactly.
Single player is risky because it's a one-time buy, theoretically. If you do something multiplayer, which is what we're seeing an industry trend towards, which is why this conversation is happening in the first place, it's because multiplayer is easier to sell you things like loot boxes. It's easier to keep you playing. It's easier to do things like that. Buy our crazy little outfits and things like that because you can make more money that way, which means that companies aren't as interested in making a single player because it costs more and you get less return on it.
And like most evolutions in games and whatnot, if that eventually happens, people stop making massive single-player games, the community will push back because people are going to want that again, and then the trend will start all over again.
It'll probably end up causing another crash. People will just be like, I'm tired of spending $60 for this game and then another $300 in the game for all this nonsense stuff, and then a year later have to do it all over again with the sequel, and they're just going to get tired of spending that much money on it.
And then people are going to want their single-player games again. It'll be a cycle. The companies are pushing so hard into consumers to try and make more and more money, and the consumers, and you know this is a fact, consumers already now are angry about how greedy the companies are getting. When it gets to be too bad, the consumers are going to push back and be like, I'm not buying your shit anymore. It's not worth it. I'm not spending $60 and another $300 afterwards on your damn microtransactions. There will be people that do. There's no discounting that. I mean, I'm pretty sure people have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on Overwatch boxes and things like that, and Hearthstone cards and things. But there is always going to be a market for single player games because people just want a good experience. I don't ever see CD Projekt Red bowing to the loot box craze, or companies like Fat Shark who did Vermintide. I don't see them bowing out and being, oh, we need to put loot boxes in there. Like, some companies are going to keep their values regardless, and those companies are going to
end up being
their...
where like a lot of the companies like EA and so forth that are doing all this are eventually going to be like where they go bankrupt or something. They're not going to make any more money, and then all the these indie companies that are actually doing really good, like, you know, the people who did Divinity and stuff like that, they're going to basically take over that role because everyone's going to be going, hey, I just spent, you know, $30 on this game and I'm getting, you know, all this content and gameplay and everything for free.
It's true.
So, I mean,
I think that, like, one of the things that I am looking forward to and not at the same time is the point where the multiplayer market hits maximum saturation. Because you can't have every player playing every game, like,
and
consecutively.
buying all the loot boxes.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen, and players are going to have to start picking and choosing what they want to play, and what they want to spend a lot of time on, and what they want to spend money on. and it can't be everything. So eventually you're going to hit that point where, you know, this, and this are not going to work. I mean, you're kind of getting there. People are, you know, going to pick. I mean, last year we saw a really big divide with what are you going to play, Battlefield 1 or the new Call of Duty game. I mean, that split the market pretty heftily right there. And you're looking at doing that again and again and again as more games come out. It's which one. And then you have to bank on name recognition. And, it's going to get weird. Like, Titanfall 2 came out and suffered. It did have its campaign, finally. It was short and pretty good, though. I enjoyed it.
It was definitely a good campaign.
But the multiplayer, people played it for like a couple of weeks and that was it. It was not a game that people spent a lot of time with, which is unfortunate, but it's because you have things that people are spending more time with, like your Destinies, your Overwatches, Call of Duty, Battlefield. Those 4 are pretty much what's running the multiplayer market right now, and you have to compete with them.
You know what?
It just kind of reminds me of World of Warcraft again. It's like, oh look, this new MMO came out. Everyone goes over there to it for like 2-3 weeks, and it's like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, go back to WoW.
Yep. You know what I find ironic about this whole conversation is it's subliminal, but we're mostly talking about Microsoft and Sony's and PC and the big AAA titles, and Nintendo's just off by themselves, like making their own games and doing their own thing.
Nintendo does its own thing. Nintendo is a just an outsider that's been here long enough that it's an insider because it started everything. But the big heavy hitters are your Microsoft, your Sony, and your you know
PC
other
games.
AAA your AAA studios. Nintendo makes AAA content, but it's a very different. You just don't lump it in with everything else because Splatoon is not competing.
And that's why I find it so ironic
market.
when people try to compare, you know, when the Switch came out, they're like, oh my god, is it better than an Xbox One and things like that, and Nintendo's over there like, it's just the Switch. I mean, we've got this market thing figured out. Our company makes millions, and people buy our games, and people buy our consoles, and you guys go ahead and fight amongst yourself. We're set. Like, our single-player games are good, our multiplayer games are good, our content releases are good. Like, we've got it all. No worries. We're not competing with everybody else. So, I mean,
feel like Nintendo is just on a separate shelf than everything else. It's like, yeah, their games are kind of like Splatoon's the only shooter they have, and then they're pretty much the corner in the platformer market, but they just don't cross-pollinate a lot with the major, like, AAA stuff, I guess. And it's not because they're talking about getting it. They're going to have, like, LA Noire is getting the 4K release on the Switch, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's several other games, like,
they're getting
we already know that Skyrim and Fallout are coming. Yeah, Wolfenstein and Doom, things like that. Bethesda's like, let's go play on the Switch.
Pretty much. It's because the Switch now is a safety thing. It's like, oh, people over there aren't guaranteed to have already played all our stuff. And if it's over there, they might want to buy it. So it's like, it's your safety basket. You're like, okay, I want to go and make sure that we get a little something into the Switch.
Safety basket.
It's rough in the worlds of Microsoft and Sony. Everyone's competing with everything, and single-player games are having trouble, and PCs like, oh, we got everything, mods, and whatever else you could wish. And then you got your little safety basket over there in the Switch. You're like, yeah, I like that. I'm going to make sure I invest in that, because that's...
TC's kind of like that shady guy in the alley. It's like, you want that game? I got that game.
I got everything.
I also got some extras for it. I got some add-ons and I'll even throw in a bunch of this, mods and stuff for free.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting to kind of watch.
Xbox and Microsoft will be the two companies like that have the buildings that form the alley that PC is hiding in, and they're like, we're legit businessmen, and they're just in an advertising war with each other, whereas Nintendo is across the street, and it's the pet store that has that cute puppy that's always in the window, so you're always like, oh, but look at it, no matter what the other ones are doing. That's exactly what's happening.
Little puppy dancing, oh my god.
That is such a great analogy. Like, that is so good, because, I mean, you're always gonna walk across that alley and look down and be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I want some of that. Let me go ahead and get down here real quick. Then you come out and you see the little Nintendo shop across the street, and you're like, oh, that's wonderful too.
That's wonderful.
Let's go see what they got. Come on, guys.
I don't know. Nintendo's AAA stuff is not in any danger, but then again, Nintendo is so formulaic too. That's why it's safe. Every Mario game, you know what you're getting. Princess Peach got stole up by Bowser. We gotta go fight through a bunch of worlds and go get her. We know what all of the even
yeah,
Mario
but how
Rabbids,
you
it's
go
like,
about getting her is always like so different and innovative. Like, you know, it used to be just like run through the levels, hop on some turtles and some Goombas, and there you go.
But you're
And
not
then-
getting any deeper story with it, though.
No. But I mean, then you go to like Mario 64 with all the crazy platforming and things like that. Then you go to like Mario, Sunshine, which I know a lot of people loved, and
Like, it was
kinda-
good. It was good. You can't deny it. It was a good game.
It is. It just the whole little like backpack water thing was just kind of weird to me. I felt more like I was cleaning up.
Technically,
city
It
you
was
were.
like
were.
Chibi Robo, where you have to go and do all the chores.
I mean, that
Yeah.
really speaks volumes to it. I mean, they can make the same formula every game, yet it's
But
a
that's
new
why they
and
don't
innovative
compete
way.
on the. But that's why they don't compete. Why they're not mentioned, rather, in competing in AAA titles. Because with AAA stuff, you want your deep story or your super impressive multiplayer modes. Like, depending on what you're trying to do with that game, you have very specific benchmarks you want to hit. And Nintendo's like, hey, guess what? Peach is gone again. Here's what we did. We changed the platforming. Go get her. Like, okay. Or Mario Kart, which you don't change anything.
But it
we
still
didn't do
does
anything
well.
different.
Yeah, like
I
I said,
know.
Nintendo has that
You
safety
get
basket.
different tracks, and I mean, honestly, I like Mario Kart over NASCAR games, where it's just like, oh look,
Yes.
you're going around in the same circle.
Well,
over
yeah,
and
but
over.
NASCAR is just boring anyway. Mario Kart, nobody in NASCAR throws a squid out the window. So,
That would make it way more entertaining.
well,
Yes.
that's why Mario Kart works though, because
It's just kind of like everyone's going around in a circle. It's like, wow, this is boring. Some guy's like, fuck it, just
Why did you even have that?
it's in my
I mean-
cooler next to my beer.
I was looking at the reviews for the Super Mario Odyssey. 10 out of 10 on IGN, 9.5 out of 10 on Polygon, and 97% on Metacritic. Like, it's the
Yeah.
same formula,
I'm sure it's
yet
doing
they
great.
did so...
Same basic story, but like
They made the
beginning
gameplay
and the end
different.
are basically the same, but it's all the stuff in the center that is.
How much meat and how much fun that you can have while playing the game. When you play a Nintendo game, you're guaranteed to have fun. Right?
It's kind of like we've got it's kind of like we've got a the bun on the bottom, and then we stack it with a whole bunch of random things like chocolate and marshmallows and whatever.
Please
else
never
you
put
wanna
chocolate
throw on.
marshmallows on my burger.
And then you slap it with the bun, so it's like those two parts are the same, but everything else is just a nice surprise.
I like that analogy. That's
We
how.
have
That's,
had some of the best analogies today.
yeah, that's really good because I mean it's exactly what you expect. You're getting a Mario game. You're getting two buns, and then you're getting a whole bunch of great stuff in the middle. So
They've got consistency at least.
yes. So I mean they have figured out a formula that works for the Nintendo, and they're in their basket being happy, and everybody likes the Switch.
I wonder why we're okay with Nintendo being so repetitive with their formula, but no other company gets that kind of leeway. Like with Assassin's Creed, everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's just the same shit over and over again. I'm so tired of it." But Nintendo does that all the
they
time, and we're
release their
fine
stuff.
with it.
Okay, well, they release the same shit like Assassin's Creed. Like, well, they used to on a yearly basis.
Yeah, I
year,
got
every
annual.
year.
I guess that's
And
part
then,
of it too.
like when you go into like Nintendo with like the Mario games, it's like you get one per console, sometimes two. Or a
If
little
you're
bit more.
lucky. If you're lucky.
The original one you got like three, but
yeah.
and then of course like Super Nintendo, you got Super Mario World, and then you didn't get another Mario game like that until the 64,
Super Mario 64, one of the greatest games ever made.
and then you didn't get another one like that till the GameCube, and so they're not like cramming it down or throw it on a yearly basis. It's
That's
like buy
true.
our new Mario.
Yeah, so I mean, whenever a new Mario comes out, you're like, oh, it's a new burger. Let's see how great this one is.
Was this one made by Bob?
Yes.
Well. So basically, our consensus is AAA single player games not going anywhere, mostly because Nintendo cornered the market. So we're fine.
Well, Nintendo's got their own little market over there. Like, it's Nintendo, and then everybody else. It's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's true.
but
Nintendo,
there will
why you
always
gotta
be a
the
market.
exception?
There will always be a market for single player games. People
I was
need
trying to
something
think
to
about
escape
it,
to.
and if you think about like the generic top 10 best games ever list that people throw out, how many of them are multiplayer?
Not many.
Because people don't remember them as much. It's not as defining as the single player experience is. I mean, Uncharted is probably almost always going to be on a single player list. Assassin's Creed 2 will be on the best games list. BioShock is on a lot of them.
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. A lot of the early Mario stuff. I mean, it's...
No, it's Chrono Cross. I think. One of the Chrono games
ever will probably be stories that resonate with you and stick with you. Multiplayer doesn't do as well as to draw you into the story. Destiny's trying really hard to get you on board with the story on it and everything and make you feel like you're a part of it. But you know that you can go to the tower or the farm, I guess is where we're at now in Destiny 2, and look around and see, hundreds of other Guardians doing the same storyline that you are. You're not special. You're just one of them.
Alright, I found a top 10 list. Actually, it's top 100 games of all
10.
time. Yeah, this is suggestive. Everybody has their own opinion on this, but
whose list is it? Where's it from?
IGN's. This is IGN's top 100 games of all time. So number 10 is Tetris. Come on, classic.
Single player. I'm so good at
one
it.
One of the greatest games of all time, released in 1984.
Shut up.
It's the only game my sister could beat me at.
That's why you hated it, because you didn't win.
I can't win, so I don't like it.
Number 9 is Halo 2.
Okay.
I mean, Halo is one of those rare games that just perfected the balance. You had great campaign.
3 was my favorite, but I could see why 2 was pretty popular.
Yeah, and then Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Hey, single player.
I haven't played that one. Sorry.
Super Metroid. Single player.
We need to get Grif Ocarina of Time for your 64 and let her play it.
Yes.
I don't know if we do or not. Isn't that the one that everybody got really frustrated with, though?
No.
Wait, that was
Majora's Mask.
Okay.
That's the one where it's like, oh my god, time attack, go, 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 go.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Half-Life 2.
Single player.
Portal 2.
Single player.
And with a little bit of multiplayer on the side. Does not suffer.
It
good
had a
balance.
multiplayer campaign, I guess.
Yep. Really good balance. Super Mario Bros. Come on. Got the classic. Everybody knows that first level. I don't care who the hell you are. You know that first level. I know it by heart.
Of Super Mario Brothers?
Yes.
Yep, the original.
I know.
The original.
Sorry.
And the fact that the picture they use on the cover for the game is actually of Mario dying.
Yep.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when the picture of it is like he's basically just gonna fall into lava. So.
Doom. The original Doom. Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Okay.
And Super Mario Brothers 3. They have that one as the top game of all time.
Yeah. It's just the multiplayer doesn't stick with you much. But you're willing to spend boatloads of cash on it. Why would you do that? Why would you spend that much money on something that is going to phase in and out of your life? I mean, like, in 20 years, when people ask you what's the biggest, pivotal moment in your gaming history,
you're not going to talk multiplayer. Like, you just won't, because they don't...
I think some people will. I think, especially with Destiny and Call of Duty, some people will say that now. But I think a majority of people...
someone with 2 people with 1 bullet.
But a majority of people are going to talk about their single-player experiences, where they were, like, the star of the show, pretty much. Because you're not. In multiplayer, you're just like everybody else.
Exactly. Like, multiplayer gives you good stories to talk about. You can bullshit with your friends. Oh, I was playing this game, and me and my buddy were doing this, and it was great, and we were having fun, and we won the game. And then you're going to get people who have, like, a little deeper conversation when you're discussing a game that you've played, a single-player game that you've played, and it affects you a little more than, multiplayer makes more money.
on a personal level because you're being more introspective than worrying about what everybody else is doing on the screen.
Yep. So, I mean, there's no way. No way.
I really like multiplayer games that actually have a story, though.
Yes, and I'm glad that the story in Destiny 2 is apparently better this time around. So...
Yes.
Sorry for the angry cats. I've been hearing them for the past, 20 minutes.
It's Big B and Clementine.
Oh. Sorry, everybody.
Yep. If you want one... Just send me a message.
No,
I'll mail
cannot have my babies.
I'll mail one to you.
No, fuck off. Do not listen to Chicken. You cannot have our cats. They're mine.
She will guard them with her life.
Yep.
I will. You will not win that fight. Well, what else you guys want to talk about? I know we're running a little... Not necessarily a little long, but we're right around the end of the show. So is there anything else you want to throw out there?
Players unknown, the blue zone is now going to be deadlier.
Woohoo!
Is that the, like, when the circle is
Yeah,
closing in, it's the outside of that?
Yeah, like when it closes in, if you're outside the circle, it'll do more damage to you over time.
Yeah, the further away you
I
are
thought
from
it
the
was
circle,
already pretty serious business, is it not?
not the first one,
okay.
not the first couple. Like, I've seen so many people who, during the first circle, will just keep looting, pop some painkillers and whatnot, and so their health regens as it goes down, so it balances and you don't take much damage. And then when you get in there, you just pop some more, you pop an energy drink and you fill back up your health and you're perfectly fine. It just gives you more time to loot, and also it puts you behind people who are making a rush so that you can kill them while they're trying to get to the circle. So they want it more. They want the game to be a little more aggressive because it's so slow paced.
I'm not worried
right
about
now.
the circle thing.
They want you to be like, the circle's coming in, get your fucking ass to the safe area. So.
Oh.
They also fixed a game where sometimes the bullets were ignoring armor.
Oh. Yeah, that's,
you know, because
that's
it's
definitely...
like, I've got level 3 armor, bam, one shot. What the hell?
That armor was not as good as I thought it was. What happened?
He got you through that tiny little hole where you can see out through your eyes.
Cheap. Oh. Well, I'm glad they're going to make it more important to pay attention to the circles.
Yes.
I kind of thought it already was, and I feel like it should be. Like, that's the whole point.
Yep, and they should be putting out their parkour system, vaulting
Oh, the
system
jumping
next week.
Yeah. Vaulting,
You know,
that's
so that
what
way
it
I
was.
don't like try to run away and get stuck on a fence again.
I really like this fence. I'm just going to touch it until I die. Okay, I'm dead.
No, I can't jump over the fence. Go, 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 go.
I'll bring the car around.
Yes. Yes.
Just bring it down to the shelter. Run everyone over.
Dune
Red,
buggy.
Yeah, Red did that one. We all died, and he got a tiny little orange car, and he drove it down to the shelter, and he ran over the dude that killed us.
It was orange. It was me. As a car.
Yeah, he's just strolling around down in there and just bloop.
I would
guy
have
was
been my
not-
friends.
Yeah, I bet that guy was not expecting that. He probably kept hearing the
not.
engine, and he's like, what the hell is he driving around up there?
What else? What else?
I think that's it.
Is that it?
about
Oh
it,
my
yeah.
god. Okay, well. Then I guess we should go. I'm all sugared and caffeined up. I have no idea. Chicken, you're probably going to regret the next 2 hours. Or you'll just lock this door so I'm stuck in here.
Just like barricaded
Yeah.
for a few hours. Like, Chicken, I gotta go to the restroom. Just
Go outside. No! It's cold out there today. It's like 47 degrees outside.
It's my kind of weather.
No,
not
thank
that
you.
All right, so shall we wrap up?
You gonna attempt this again?
No, hell
Oak
no.
always makes fun of you when you try to do the end thing.
Oh, then hell yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay, do it.
and he's gonna perfect it this time, yo.
Bye, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording now.
Oh my god.
That was my outro.
Fail! He's gonna make fun of you again.
Don't worry, I make fun of him enough. It evens out.
I guess, let's see, we appreciate everyone that listens every week, or watches, I guess. We're on iTunes and Podbean.
This is awkward.
And
I'm sure they
you
know that,
what?
seeing as how they're
is
listening
it-
to us somewhere.
How is it that the three of us always manage to tune out for this, like, 30-second span? Because he does it really quick, too.
It's
But
like,
none of us can remember
He has
what
a lot
he
of
says.
practice at doing it because he's been doing it forever.
yeah.
That's true.
Thanks,
But why do we not
everybody,
know
for...
it? We hear it every week. Why do we not know it?
No, we don't. I don't.
Well, don't forget to hit us up on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. You can check us out on our personal Twitters, which you should because we post a lot individually as opposed to on the Infinite Respawn these days. So you can find me at Grif Slinum. You can find Chicken
Elite Chicken 313.
and Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
Woo! And the website still exists, infiniterespawn.com. If you would like to go there, please let me know and I will update it. I just haven't updated it in forever because nobody was there. So I should probably update it anyway. I'm sorry. I'll work on that soon, ish.
Be sure to check
Some
out
point
my
when
Twitch
she's not-
too. twitch.tv at Elite Chicken 313 or twitch.tv/Elite Chicken 313. I'll be streaming. I'm streaming a whole lot more, so if you need some background noise.
He's trying to stream every day, so you should definitely follow and turn on notifications if you can.
Yes.
And
I'm moderately good at whatever I do.
Moderately good.
Yes, moderately good.
Basically, come watch him die 30,000 times as he plays Dark Souls 3 this week.
Come on, I am actually really damn good. Don't start with me. I am good. I tried to do a giant.
One dude that makes his glowy sword come up and go, "Nope, you my bitch."
Also,
all right, motherfucker, we were gonna spend all day killing that guy. I'm gonna go back and destroy him.
Well, I won't be here to see that, so
we will. Assuming that we are all good to go for Thursday, as far as everybody's schedule goes, we will likely stream D&D.
No.
No, you can't play on Thursday?
I sent you my schedule.
I forgot. I looked at it, but I forgot already. Okay, then we're not going to do that. Eventually, we'll do that. We'll see if there's another day that we can play. Probably not, but we'll see. But next time
Friday,
we play
Saturday,
D&D,
Monday, I think this is my
probably not Friday,
Saturday
no.
Yeah, we can't do it. Foxy's going to be over at my house for BlizzCon, so we'll see. This is why you watch our Twitters, and we will update you. And that is how that works. So, thanks for hanging out. And I'm Grif, that's Chicken and Baka, and we'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Bye.